Hello and welcome to another one of my Minecraft tutorials. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fairly successful melon farm, or some people call them watermelon farms. So you can see my spawn area here. This is just my spawn area. It's kind of in a swamp, but that doesn't really affect it because you don't really need to worry about that. So first of all, you're going to want to either make or find flat land. This was naturally here, so I don't need to look or make anything. Then just get some dirt, alright, over here, and do this kind of thing, like that. That's easy, right? Just make a little U. Alright, this is going to be quite difficult for me because it's been a while since I've actually done this. So, then just do that. Really, this is all your own personal preference because you kind of have to decide yourself how big you want this to be. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm in creative mode, by the way, in Minecraft 1.8. So if you are not in creative mode, then it might be easier if you are. So now I'm going to build, one layer higher. Alright. And then build another U. You really don't even have to do this, this whole double layer thing is also kind of unnecessary. Really, you only need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way with melons. Alright, so, there you go. Clear those out of the way. So you've got this going, fairly well. I'm just going to turn my sound down a lot, because it's really annoying to hear moos and stuff going on. You can't hear it because I have a headset on, but I can hear it very well, and it's very irritating. Ugh. I'm going to turn it down even more. I'm just going to turn it off. Alright, so now you're going to want to expand it a lot, like this, and then expand it like this. Alright, so you have this nice little area here going. I hate it without sound. I'm so sorry. I really should have figured this before I did anything. Alright, so you're pretty good here. Then you're going to want to build this up. Up like that. Pretty nice. Alright, you're going to want to close this back here. You're going to want to close this up. Otherwise, because this is, you're going to have water as well. And this is where you're going to place your water, and it's hopefully going to go down the canal fairly easily. So, it's pretty necessary for it to be quite blocked off. So, okay. Do this. You can make yours longer if you want to, but generally speaking, you do not want it to get to the point so that your water runs out of momentum. So you'll want it to get lower, or, you know, however you can prevent that will work. So now you're going to want to expand out here. If you have no idea what I'm doing, just rewind the video to see where I went to get to where I am. Like, if you don't know where I am right now, rewind just a little bit. It's quite confusing. But once you get this done, you will never have to do any work ever again, except for right-clicking to flip a lever. And then you'll get a bunch of melon slices. It's very easy, very interesting, very cool. I really like doing this. So, it's also fairly cheap, as in resources, because like some, you know, tutorials, I mean, they're pretty easy, but they're really expensive as far as resources go. So then you're going to want to just make this here. Alright, just make a little ender there. Alright. You might even want to pour your water in. Go ahead and pour it in out of your bucket and test it to make sure it doesn't run out of momentum. But then you need to gather it back and then get back with me. Alright, so once you have that, it should be pretty easy. I'm actually going to set my difficulty to peaceful, because this might take some time, and I don't want the sun to set and monsters come out and ruin everything. So, yeah, I'm pretty much done with the basic outline, like how it's going to look. This is your farm here. I understand it does not look anything like a farm. That's because it does not, and it is not a farm yet. So now you're going to want to get some pistons. Not sticky pistons, those aren't required. You could probably use them, but they can become quite problematic. So yeah, you're gonna want to be careful with that. Let me just see. I've got to figure this. Alright, so this is what you're going to want to do with your pistons. You're going to want to have, if you have 5 like I do, 5 layers long, you're going to want to do one with just nothing, one with a piston, then one with some dirt, and then skip one, and then another one with a piston. And the reason of this will become very clear as soon as we are done. So now that you've got that done once, it's pretty easy to just copy it to the other side. If it's not, then you did something wrong. So once you're done with that, repeat it again, as many layers as you have. So like that's the first layer, this will be the second layer. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat the process nicely, hopefully. Animals can actually trample your crops, I think. So if you want to, just to be safe, you might actually want to just fence off your farming area. Which I'm probably going to end up doing anyway, because I just hate having animals around me while I'm trying to work. So now you're getting to the point where you got to start working harder. So you have all this, it's working fine. You're going to want a lever now. You're going to want to get a lever. Let me just find one here where a lever's stored. Lever, 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 lever. There's a lever. Alright. You're also going to want quite a little bit of redstone repeaters. Usually you only need 1 or 2, maybe. But it depends on how long your thing is. Some redstone, or redstone dust, or redstone wire as some people call it. Some torches are kind of necessary because your crops of course need light to grow, and so you can put some torches all over the place. I'll show you where to put those torches and how to place them in a minute. So first things first, put your torch here. If you flip it, nothing will happen. That is good, because that means you're doing everything correctly so far, which means you're a good student. You are doing well. So yeah, just build up and then put it behind the pistons. Basically, you're going to want to wire up every single piston. You're going to want all the pistons to be affected by the redstone wire all the way around. So that's can sometimes be quite difficult. That's why I am here. Alright, so you're going to want to do it like this. It really shouldn't be that hard. Basically, it's just you put down dirt in the path that you want it to go, and then you put down the actual wire itself. So, there we go. Then you get your wire. If you don't know how to make repeaters, don't feel bad, because I do not either. So, you can go ahead and flip your switch so you can see what pistons are affected and when they get affected. So, okay, that one's working. That's good. That's good. Okay, that one's already working. Wow. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put a repeater here because I can. It's a convenient place to put a repeater. And so I will put one there. Repeaters are very important when doing this experiment. Gotta clear that out of my way. I was like, why is this not working? But now I know. Redstone repeaters are quite important. Okay. The sun is beginning to set, I believe. Alright, so all of the pistons are working in union, harmony, whatever you're supposed to say. So I can flip the switch and all of the pistons close. I can flip the switch again and all of the pistons push out. That is perfect. And I have 8 pistons all operating simultaneously. Almost simultaneously. See, like, if I flip the switch, that one goes before that one, which isn't that problematic. Alright, so now for your torches, because it is becoming night on my game, and most likely as well yours, fill in the empty spots between your pistons with dirt on all layers. Fill in the empty spots between your pistons. Not here, because that's where you're going to plant your melons, but only put them between your pistons. Then you're going to want to get some torches, and put them, on top of pretty much every available dirt or grass space other than the ones where you're going to plant your melons, which you'll see in just a moment where that is. This should give your melons not only the light, but also the heat they need, because, strangely enough, torches also provide heat. Who would have ever guessed that? Alright, so now you have a nice, well-lit area. You can even put some there. So, we're ready to begin planting. Actually, first, can't believe I forgot this, probably the most important step of this entire process is water. You're going to need a bucket of water. And you put it right here on your pedestal of water. And it should flow all the way down. If it does not, then you have kind of a problem, because it's very vital that this flows all the way down. You can see mine flows very nicely all the way down. So, now you're going to need your last two materials, unless you want fences around it. You're going to want a hoe of any sort. Diamond is recommended because it's obviously the best of all the hoes. And you're also going to need some melon seeds. Where those are, I do not know. There they are. Melon seeds. How convenient. Ugh. Stupid pig. Alright. So I'm going to want to hoe this land and then plant some seeds there. Hoe that land and plant some seeds there. This way, whenever the watermelons grow, they don't grow on the same space. They grow on the space that they can that's next to it. So they'll grow on this space. Then you'll flip the switch, the pistons will push them together, they will explode, and the slices will fall down your stream to you. Very convenient. And then once you break the melons, the seeds will begin regrowing into other melons, new melons. So, in reality, this is an infinite source of melons. Yay. Melons are quite valuable. Each slice, I believe, heals 1 turkey leg. Maybe 2 or 3 turkey legs, actually, but it heals 1 heart. I know for sure. So this is quite interesting. Actually, it's not. It's kind of boring. Get out of my crops, pig. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. Also, melons grow at different rates. Don't just think because you planted this one first, right? This one's gonna grow first. That's not how melons work. For some reason, that's not how they work. So, oh, by the way, check out my skin. Stink, you can't see my skin. I can't get to my little inventory. Anyway, it's a really cool skin. Just trust me. They grow faster whenever the sun is on them, I think. I'm kind of a novice at this as well, so you can kind of see your little system here. So pretty much you just come over here and you look down the canal, and if you see any melons, or you can just not see any melons and just, go ahead and whack your switch. And if any melon slices come, you're like, oh yay, melons. But if not, who cares? Of course, if you're using creative mode, you don't need to do any of this. The best way to get melons is to just scroll down and find melon. And just click that, and then put it in your inventory. And you get an infinite source of melons. Yeah, that's cheating now. I don't like cheating, except for the fact that everything I've done in this episode is cheating. So, this is good. Whenever you see a spot that is darker, like this is good, but it's not perfect, and this is perfect. This means, the darkness means it's watered, well watered, perfectly watered, in fact. So you see these 3 are perfectly watered, and then the one on the very end. All of those, oh no, do not step on your crops. It's not good for them. Oh look, that one started to grow, it's bigger. Ooh, so is that one, yay. They're growing. So, while you're waiting on those to grow, you can go build yourself a house. I'll get back to you as soon as they are full grown. Until then, goodbye.